What's up, everybody? The 2020 GT500 is finally here. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Real Steel Cars. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for all things automotive content. Now, as far as the GT500 is concerned, let's start with what we know already. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and they're saying sub 11 second quarter mile times. That's pretty impressive. Also know it is about 3,900 pounds, and well, not quite the demon killer that some certain Ford executive claimed it was going to be. But I don't feel that it's in any way, shape, or form in the same class or a fair competitor for the demon. What we have is, I think, a direct competitor for the ZL1, and possibly the Red Eye Hellcat. This GT500 really stands alone. This one comes with a magnetic ride. That is going to make leaps and bounds improvements over the last GT500 as far as handling is concerned. You already know that the 1819 Mustang GTs have an option for magnetic ride, and the GT350R and I believe the GT350 base still use magnetic ride. Now, the ZL1 also uses magnetic ride, which is one of the reasons it does as well as it does on the track. This thing, they're claiming a lot of the handling, track composure, I guess we'll say, they're using a lot of the technology from the Ford GT and putting it into this GT500. That being said, it's going to be a menace on the track. I'd be really anxious to see what it does on the Nürburgring as far as time goes. It is claimed, I don't know if this is true, to have as much downforce as the Ford GT. That's a pretty steep statement. One thing I wanted to address, the DCT transmission. This is kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. Yes, it's a bit of a disappointment you don't get a manual transmission. Maybe somewhere down the road Ford will offer it. We don't know yet. But let's face the facts. The DCT transmission, dual clutch transmission, however you want to word it, it's the best way to get high horsepower cars to plant that power and use it. Manual transmissions, it's hard to control on a high horsepower application. That's hard for me to say because I am a major fan of manual transmissions, always have, always will be, but there is a certain point where it just, if your power level's too high, this is what you're going to need. And we can't argue with, they put them in supercars. They put them in things like the McLarens and the Ferraris and all this stuff have dual clutch transmission, so it's proven to work. Now, we also know that Ford is still yanking our chain about horsepower. But I want to shed a little bit of light on that, because if you look directly on Tremec's website, which I'm sure you already know, they are the ones that manufactured the transmission for this. Their own website states max torque capacity for their transmission is 664 pound-feet of torque. Now, that brings up a little bit of a subject, because the so-called leaked document a while back that stated the car has 650 pound-feet of torque may not be wrong. This could be a pretty accurate document, because all things leading up to it are just, it's making sense. I mean, the document states 650 pound-feet of torque, which coincides with Tremec's statement of their max capacity of 664. What you may not know, the 5.2 liter block is the same one they are using in the GT350R. The supercharger, it's a Root supercharger 2.6 liter. I think Ford's going to be a little modest on the low 11 second times. I feel like if you put a set of radials on it, maybe even a set of slicks, this thing's going to dip way into the 10s. If if you want to talk about braking, 16.5-inch two-piece rotors with 6-piston Brembo calipers. 16-inch rotors is huge. This thing should be able to stop on a dime. Suspension goes, it is, let's look this up, guys. Let's look this up. Electric power steering unit with lighter front and rear coil springs. Somehow they took some weight out of that. Door and magnetic ride active dampers, several getting tongue-tied. Several drive modes, and the wide wheels are wrapped in the Michelin Pilot Super Sport rubber. Obviously, you know, they're pretty much street legal slicks. They will have the highest ever lateral G of any Mustang. That is stated here in the article. Highest lateral G. That would be pretty impressive considering their 350R is already quite the monster. Alright, so this thing will have two handling packages. One is just called the handling package. It includes adjustable strut mounts and spoiler, while the other is titled the carbon fiber track pack. So this comes with carbon fiber wheels, wings, and splitters. Now, there is a lot of carbon fiber splitters and downforce on the front of this car, and it looks mean. I love the looks of this exposed carbon fiber. It's everywhere on the splitters. It is on the the wing is huge. The wing is huge, and they say it's fully functional. It's not just there for size and looks. But they say this thing produces so much downforce that it's going to handle better than any Mustang they've produced. The wide grille, I shouldn't even say wide, the menacingly large grille in the front of this car makes it look mean. The air ducts in each corner under the headlights are huge. The carbon fiber runs everywhere through the front end. The vented hood, I believe that's also carbon fiber. I'm not 100% sure. Let me try to look at that. Is that carbon fiber? No, I don't think that's carbon fiber. Alright, moving on. One thing I wanted to say too about the carbon fiber wheels. Ford is one of the very few companies that use full carbon fiber wheels. Yes, there are some that have carbon tongue-tied again. What the hell? Alright, carbon fiber spokes. That's been done. But few companies are doing the barrel of the wheel in carbon fiber. So everything on the wheel is carbon fiber. Normally you don't see that except for exotic cars and supercars. But Ford's done it. And they also did it with the GT350R. Saves a lot of weight, helps a lot of handling. The interior is really cool. I don't know if I'm really a fan of the turn knob for the transmission. I think maybe like a push button probably would have been a little cooler to play with. The turn knob, I don't know, a little boring, but maybe a push button would have been kind of cool. So overall, I think this is going to be a monster of a car. It looks mean, it sounds mean. I think this is going to be a strong car. I think it's going to be a fast car. And until somebody actually puts it on the dyno or runs it down the track, I don't know. It's got everybody's blood pumping because we don't know what it's going to do yet. Come on, Ford, just let the numbers out. Alright guys, what do you think of the car? Leave your comments in below. I need to know, do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on the transmission? Some people are kind of on the fence about it, like myself. Not super happy, but understandably, I can see why Ford did it. I can't wait. The bottom line is I can't wait for this car to come out. It's going to be fun to see it run down the track for the first time and run through the Nürburgring because I really want to know what that lap time is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to beat the ZL1. That being said, guys, if you're still here, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All things automotive coming your way. I got events coming, meets coming. I got all kind of cars coming for reviews, 911 turbos, 800 plus horsepower Supras. All this stuff is in the works. Make sure you stick around. Make sure you stick it out. Also, I got a dyno day for the Nova lined up. And I can't wait for that myself because, well, it's my car. I can't wait to see what it does. That being said, Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe. Have a great one. I'll see you next time.